Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Grace and I create content to help ESL tutors discover teaching opportunities, prepare for interviews, and succeed in the online teaching industry. So many of you have been asking about the company I currently work for. And today, I'm excited to finally answer that question in this video. Since there has been a lot of interest in this topic, I decided to create a mini-series where I'll share everything I am allowed to disclose about my current company. And before leaving any questions in the comments, I encourage you to watch the entire series first, as I will be covering many of the most frequently asked questions. This will help you get the complete information and save us both some time. And as always, I thank you for your support and I hope you find this series helpful. What if you could teach English for just 26 minutes per class, no lesson planning, no stress, and still get paid? That's exactly my current company, Twenix, offers. Now, if you are an ESL tutor looking for something different from the usual online teaching platforms, you will want to watch this video until the end. I'm going to break down what Twenix actually is, who it's for, and why a lot of tutors are starting to pay attention to it. So let's start with what is Twenix. So Twenix eventually is an online ESL platform based in Spain. But unlike traditional ESL companies where you teach long lessons or follow strict lesson plans, Twenix is very different. It's because it focuses on short conversational English practice for adults, specifically European professionals. So we only have adults here, we don't have kids. So instead of teaching grammar rules or structured lessons, your job is to help learners practice real-life English conversations. For example, things like business meetings, workplace communication, or everyday professional conversations. So the goal here is not to be perfect. It's not about perfection. So the goal here is fluency and confidence in speaking English. So think of Twenix as a platform that connects English tutors with professionals who just want to speak better English in real situations. Now let's proceed to the founder and the purpose of the company. So the idea behind Twenix came from a very simple problem. So the main problem here is that many English learners, especially working professionals, don't actually need heavy grammar lessons as we usually do in our traditional ESL companies. But what they really need is to practice their speaking skills. They need someone to talk to, correct them naturally, and help them become more confident in speaking. So Twenix was created to solve that exact problem. It was built around a concept called micro-learning. That means short, focused learning sessions instead of long traditional classes. In Twenix, every class is designed to be quick, practical, and conversation-based. So expect that you are good at conversations if you want to apply in Twenix. Now for the location and setup, Twenix is headquartered in Spain. But here's something important. You don't need to be in Spain to work with them. So it's a fully remote teaching platform. That means tutors from different parts of the world can apply and teach online. So whether you are in Asia like me, or in Europe or anywhere else, you can potentially work with Twenix as long as you meet their requirements. So based on my observation, we have teachers here from different parts of the world. For example, from South Africa, from Latin American countries and many other places. So why Twenix is popular? Now let's talk about why a lot of ESL tutors are interested in Twenix. So first, classes are only 26 minutes long, and that's very different from the usual 50-minute or 1-hour ESL classes. Second, there is no lesson planning required, and you don't need to prepare materials from scratch. Everything is already prepared or provided for you. And their lesson materials are easy to follow, so that's a good point. Third, it offers flexibility. You can choose your own schedule, which is great if you want part-time work or side income. And here on Twenix, if you have like a sudden emergency, you don't really need to make like a letter to let them know. So you can just transfer your class. But of course, you have to wait if somebody or another teacher will pick your class, and then you don't have any trouble when we have some emergencies, because if I transfer my class, another teacher will usually pick that class up, like a substitution class. And also you can open and close your own lesson slots. So everything depends on you. Twenix will not ask you to complete or to work during specific hours, or they don't have any like requirement for you to open, like for example 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. So everything is up to you. So you are totally free. You manage your own time if you work on Twenix. And the fourth thing, the classes are very straightforward. So you simply focus on conversation practice. You guide the student and help them improve their speaking skills naturally. So for many tutors like me, it feels really less stressful compared to traditional ESL teaching platforms, where you have to make complicated explanations and to follow the script, like a very complicated script. So here it's straightforward, focus on conversations, and then correct the students' grammar and pronunciation naturally. So to summarize, Twenix is a Spain-based ESL platform that focuses on short conversation-based English classes for adult working professionals. It's simple, flexible, and designed for real speaking practice, not traditional teaching. So now, if you're interested in applying or you're curious about the process actually looks like, in the next video in our mini-series, I will show you the step-by-step how to apply to Twenix, and more importantly, what they don't usually tell you during the application process. So make sure you finish this video and don't miss the next one. Bye-bye for now!